Our project is about the impact of the mesoscale eddies on the deep ocean dispersal for material. Basically, that's a major topic we want to look at. The reason is nowadays we have a lot of data can look at the dispersal or the movement of particles, materials near the surface. But for the subsurface and deep ocean, we don't have so much data available. So it's challenging to get some information there. Our project is kind of try to build up a relationship between the surface observed features and the deep ocean current and mixing. So the reason we want to do this is some previous study from other regions, actually I personally did some work, show that mesoscale eddies, which are mesoscale features with horizontal scale from tens to hundreds of kilometers, which we can see from the surface, they can actually have a pretty strong impact on the deep ocean. So they can affect the deep ocean current. They can also affect the deep ocean internal waves and the mixing, so which are very important for understanding the dispersal of material in the deep ocean, which apparently related to the spilled oil. So if we can build up such a relationship between the surface and deep ocean features, we can use the satellite data to infer the dispersal of materials in the deep ocean. For our project, we mainly have three parts. The first part is to use the observation data and satellite data to look at this relationship, which I just mentioned. We have made some progress in that part. We collect a pretty big data set from the historical archives in the Gulf of Mexico, mainly the current meter measurement. And we build up criteria to pick up the one we can use, basically, which we can combine the satellite with them. So then we look at the relationship from the surface measured current from satellite and the deep ocean current meter measurement. We found there's some kind of correlation, particularly in the northeast part of the Gulf of Mexico. And for the western part of the Gulf of Mexico, we didn't find a very strong correlation between the surface and deep ocean current, particularly in the mesoscale scales. This is kind of very preliminary, like I mentioned. So we are continue kind of do further analysis, try to get some more robust and solid result. Hopefully, we can get some result for the next year. And we also have another part about analyze the existing numerical result. You know, there have been a bunch of numerical models running in the Gulf of Mexico. We want to see whether the current numerical model can really represent this kind of relationship we found from the measurement. Yeah, and also some kind of modeling development try to incorporate this eddy impact on the subsurface dispersal. We try to develop a kind of empirical model, incorporate this impact to see the future impact for the projection of oil dispersal or other material dispersal in a deep and subsurface ocean. For general science, this mesoscale eddies is a kind of it's universal in the ocean, not in the Gulf of Mexico. So by looking at this, we can advance our understanding of this mesoscale structure. First, we can better understand the vertical structure of mesoscale eddies in the ocean, which is not usually like vertically, it can tilt it or something like that, shows the interaction between the eddy and the bathymetry. So by looking at this, we actually found some kind of impact of bathymetry on the vertical structure of mesoscale eddies. So this is very general for all the ocean science. It's important. And also, like I mentioned, we can build up this connection between surface and deep ocean current. So which means we can use satellite data, which available, a lot of data available, then infer the deep ocean current, which we don't have direct observation. You can imagine in the future if something like the oil spill events happened, you don't have time to deploy the equipment or something. You can use the satellite measurement to get some rough information about where the current will go, how the dispersed, how the spilled oil will go. You can get a very rough idea at least. Yeah, for the response, like I just mentioned, if something happened, you don't have the time to really deploy the current meter or something to get the measurement, you can look at the satellite measurement over that time period to get a rough idea. Or maybe you can kind of get some useful information, say, oh, maybe the current for that particular time for this location will move that way. So maybe the spilled oil kind of be transported the subsurface to that direction. They may come up from maybe 100 kilometers away from the original site, that kind of thing. We can get some information for that particular part, I think.